Hello, welcome to Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. It's me, Abe Prustian, and I am starting a new game of Phoenix Wright. I'm so excited, partly because I know my friend Cold Run is excited for me to get to this one. So we'll see what it is. Let's play this game. Episode 1, Turnabout Memories. Okay, this is a new person. Wait, she's got the necklace, the thing, the psychic people thing. Okay, this will be good. Here we go. Huff, huff. Arg, how did I get into this mess? Why, why did I do that? That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Oops. It wasn't me. I didn't. Is it just weird? Does this kid have Phoenix Wright hair? Huh. 5 years earlier. Mia Fey's second trial. This is in the past? Okay. Woo, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Do we get to solve this as Mia? I doubt the whole thing, but like maybe some of it. Him. Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning. That's right. This is the guy who helped us until he betrayed us, as I recall. Ah, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're gonna get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed. Oh, let go my lapels. Wait, was the person at the beginning, was that young Mia? Hmm. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Um, actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest requests last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said. Quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean. What? You've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that. You see, I mean, of course I have. I think. Oh, dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Civil. Good morning there, everybody. It is Phoenix. Oh my god. I just thought it might be a little bit on the nose for him to run around with a sweatshirt with the P on the front. But what do I know? Good morning. I try to keep smiling, Mia. I just want to say I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine. No problem. Oh my god, you were the worst at wearing a mask I've ever seen. That's not true. Oh, too real. Okay. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something? Mr. Rye? Actually, it's Wright. Just like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you're truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please let go of my shirt. That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. This is incredible. This is my new favorite tutorial trial yet. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. Interesting. It's been 1 year since then, and, well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client and for myself. He's literally a little snot-nosed kid. This is incredible. 5 years... I don't actually know how old he's supposed to be. Young 20s, probably, in the previous game. So this would be late teens, I guess. That makes sense. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. It's so funny. Of course it is. Same judge. The defense is ready, Your Honor. It is Mia! Oh my god, I'm so happy to see her. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, and this guy. Of course it is. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes. Well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? Is that him standing right there next to you? Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Oh, I love it. I love how the body language is exactly the same as Phoenix's. It's so good. And this is exactly what he would say. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Well, well, well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon. Oh, buddy. Man, the patronizing assholes like this. God, see, but the best part is that it feels so good to beat him. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? He was trying. Well then, I'd like to proceed with the summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. Of course it is. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. Sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. Ooh, I should look and see what other evidence we have in the court record. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. I mean, was it electric shock? Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? Actually, while I'm here... Oh, the attorney's badge. Proof of my profession. The first and last time I wore it was a year ago. The autopsy report. Okay, yep. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. Well, that's as I suspected. What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question? Huh? A simple question. I thought it might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will. Oh, what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Ah, a perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. Mia! Ugh, my hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. I do appreciate how this really does feel like the first tutorial trial with Phoenix and Mia. Much more so than the second one. It's just delightful. I'm like feeling nostalgic for it, I guess. Now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? Yes, and I've already read them. Ah, the court record. I think I can see that by pressing the R1 button. All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. Gotta stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just pressed the R1 button here. Like so. Ooh, what profiles do we have, actually? Marvin Grossberg, my superior and head of Grossberg Law Offices. Oh, Phoenix older than I thought. He's 21 here. Oh my god, what a dork you are, Phoenix. My client, a third-year art student at Ivy University. He currently has a cold. That's interesting that he's studying art. Doug Swallow, the victim. He was a fourth-year pharmacology student. Dahlia Hawthorne, Phoenix Wright's girlfriend, dated the victim Doug Swallow up until 8 months ago. Well, that's going to be interesting. And Winston Payne, prosecutor, a veteran lawyer with a little too much confidence. Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Asphyxiation, electrocution, hypothermia. It was electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new superpower stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as the trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there's one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. I hate the way he's bobbing his hair around. It is just driving me crazy. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. Smooth operator is not the phrase I would have used for him. Oh my god. Cecil. Hello, cat? Yes? He's saying hello to me, my cat, by standing on my shoulder and rubbing his face on my headset. It's good. That's great. It's the perfect way to play the game. Alright. Now he's sitting on the sofa behind my head. Much better. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? Ah, no need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it into old Graybeard's face. Yes, sir. Into old Graybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg. Try to set a better example for the young lady. Yeah, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with the R1 button, so be sure to go over all of it. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? The girlfriend, I can only assume? The take that was Mia's voice. So, I didn't even realize until Francisca was somebody that the voices were different for the take that and objection. They must be different between like Phoenix and Edgeworth and everybody, but it just didn't register to me until I heard a female voice instead of a male one, and now I'm like trying to listen to it more. All right, the reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Fay. You seem to have picked up on this, on at least this much. And this woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly she has some part to play in this story. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fay? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. I love this as a way to get Phoenix to be the defendant, putting it in the past, because otherwise, it's like, he is the character we play as. We have to have him as the lawyer. I am just delighted on every level by everything about this. So, it's just great. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. That's not your job, Phoenix. No, he means, what did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student. Mr. Wright. You understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swallow. But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was... Oh my god, all the coughing. Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his gold to the rest of us? It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Oh, right away, Your Honor. The victim and I. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. I see. So you hardly knew the victim? Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Whew. Looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be... This witness still has to undergo something called a cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Contradictions? If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client. Even if he's your client, in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see. What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now, that there was a lie? A contradiction? Well, I mean, he said he didn't know him, and then he called him a British wannabe, so he at least knew that much about him. Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? Alright, let's do this. I admit I was there. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened, anyway. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. You said you found the body, so who called the police? Huh? Oh my god, all the coughing. Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police. Other students? That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock. What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true. I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But I hardly knew the guy to begin with. So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. That is, I mean... So which is it? Did you know him or not? Now, see here. You can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly. Who is this Dolly person? Ah, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, I see. Ah, young love. So bittersweet. But that's all I knew about him. Yeah, I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Exactly. Phoenix. Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point? I'll say I can handle it myself. 1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. You must have tried to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof. Okay, Mia, one more time from the very beginning of his testimony. Well, I think what I need to do is I forgot to press on the last statement, so I'm going to go towards that. And let's press this. The huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true. Cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Fay? Yes, Your Honor? What is it now? Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow. Oh my god. Judge. The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Yeah, I want to look at this picture because there's definitely not a Union Jack on this guy's shirt. Isn't there something strange about this just now? Mia, there's a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg. Quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean. Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage? Yes, I can. I got this. I got this, guys. Let's get through it. Yep. Give me a chance to go back and I know what I'm doing. I don't mind this as a tutorial for people who hadn't played the previous games, for sure. But I have been playing these games, so I know what's up. There we go. Let us present some evidence. This. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss Fay, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. She got you there, Phoenix. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Incredible. I love this. Oh, please forgive me. Mia, you've made our client cry. Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. Did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case? Oh, it's probably something they picked up at the crime scene. Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look at the photo from the crime scene. Oh, no. Well, I don't see it. I don't see the medicine bottle. Huh. Oh. What's this? In the victim's hand. It's... Okay, a different photo. It's Cold Killer X. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. Phoenix, you have got to learn to be, honest with your lawyers. He has no hill to stand on at this point when any of his clients lie to him. Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. Order in the court? Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well. The court will accept them into the record. Oh, the victim's watch stopped at the time of death. Cold Killer X found clutched in the victim's hand, covered in Wright's fingerprints. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Broken? Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this? This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks. My poor, poor hemorrhoids. Okay, thanks, Grossberg. More information than we needed. What really happened? The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. Yeah, what's your explanation for that, mister? I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. What really happened? I went because he called me. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is... Oh my god, Judge, do you have the memory of a goldfish? It's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart. What was that for, Mia? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. What? I don't understand at all. Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is. So it was one of those nasty love triangles. I see. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist? I see. Gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. Damn, that is impressive for an undergrad. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity. It's not the voltage that kills you, it's the amperage. By which I mean, you can have, with high voltage, you can have either high or low current amps, depending on the resistance that's created in the circuit. So you can't have high current without high voltage, but you can have high voltage without high current. Anyways, that is entirely beside the point. Ho ho, how fascinating. Sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for more details? Let's ask about the timing of the meeting. So you're absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Huh, looks like he's right about the time anyway. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. Let's not. I want to go back and ask about the pharmacology stuff. Okay, let's ask more questions about the pharmacology department. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said that the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. Are we going to argue this was an accident? Alright, we talked, and then around 3 we split up. So what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime. Oh, Phoenix. Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. Later when I went back, I found him lying there. Why did you go back, Phoenix? So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Uh-huh. No one believes that. Even I could play poker against Phoenix Wright if he had a cold. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. Okay, you've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Oh yeah, it was like April, right? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in the spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. We're trying to figure out if Dolly planted this bottle on her ex-boyfriend that he murdered, Phoenix. Alright, I always eat with Dolly, just the 2 of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Ugh. Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. I don't understand this reaction. It seems to almost be like a jealous reaction. about Dolly, but that doesn't actually make any sense. Okay, I don't get it. I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. Not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. Humph. However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor. How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor. So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? There's like a cable broken, loose, sparkly in the picture. If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Let's establish that murder method. Actually, I will put down my first save of the game. Okay, let's do it. Your Honor. Yes, Ms. Fay? I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. Oh my god, look at her smug face. Look at it! So good. That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Huh, of course I know that. Actually, I'd totally forgotten about that. Oh my god, Mia. Now then, Miss Fay, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. Well, first I want to look at this. What time did it say? I guess that is a little bit after 3. But this is what I wanted to present. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well. What? But there's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I think my favorite part about this is the first time I saw this picture, I'm like, oh, he was electrocuted. Like, guys, it is really obvious. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Ms. Fay, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon? Is right here. Well, naturally, it's right here. That's... What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then, the high voltage cable? Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high-voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was... the defendant. That much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Oh, interesting. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer. You do? Well, what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Now let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The umbrella? Maybe? What's up with that? As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. Ah, you mean... Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand. I believe he did push Doug. Obviously, I don't think Phoenix killed him. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable. Order, 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 that's enough. I think we can conclude that there's no reason to continue this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Grossberg! My hemorrhoids never lie. Show's over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent. And no further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor! At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case. Yeah, absolutely hold it. Do you have something further to add, Ms. Fay? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? Oh, is he covering for Dolly? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Ms. Fay. Oh, he's like serious face now. All right. No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end. We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute, Mr. Wright. I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further... I did it. Phoenix. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. I don't think it is. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. And a push. And the shock. Okay. I mean, it might be... Is that manslaughter when it's accidental? What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think that I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Fay? I believe in you. Aw. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. You really did push the victim. Ugh, feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake. When I pushed the victim. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back. But he was just lying there, dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock. And that, as they say, is that. How does the timing on that work, though? Didn't he die, did they really talk for 20 minutes? Hmm. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Here's what I think. I think it was Dolly because she's the only other person involved in this. And I think maybe she came by and planted the cold medicine and re-shocked the guy. But all this seems very... That doesn't seem like a very, good murder plan if you're her. But she would have had to steal the medicine bottle. Hmm. I guess we'll see. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Fay. Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. All right, well, I will have to finish this cross-examine of Mr. Phoenix Wright the next time because I'm out of time. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.